Good morning, Vietnam man.
Good morning, Xing Chao.
He's gonna be doing that all.
Xing Chao.
He's gonna be doing that all podcast long. It's dropping like 5 words he learned from Vietnam.
2 words.
It's just 2 words.
It does take that inflection, and I'm not about to do that.
It takes an inflection, like a bad inflection?
No, just in general, the Vietnamese language requires you to pay attention to all the nuances and like the little marks above the words.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can have the same spelling for a word, and if it has like one different squiggly above a line, that's a whole different word. And you have to like do that and like inflection. See what I mean?
Yes. So we're going to be learning a lot with Rico, and he's going to be showing off some goodies. He got us goodies. We're going to show that off. We're going to get on the air here in a little bit as well. And I'll be giving away tickets for Brad Williams during this podcast at some point. So much to get to. Let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That's Seathered with Bruised and Bloody. Please welcome back our good friend Mari. Good morning, Mari.
Good morning.
And then we got bougie ass Rico. So we are live on the podcast broadcast stream, so you can see Rico's new style. This is when he came back wearing everything he bought from Vietnam, glasses included. What's it say? Saigon City's original number 7. So he's got like a Jack Daniels ripoff T-shirt that is now 100%.
I survived Saigon.
Oh, and then this scarf that turns into like a headdress. I didn't even realize it could do that.
No,
you've changed, man. You've changed, but you also got us some goodies.
Krama.
Is it
Krama?
All right.
Thank you.
And then you learned some new words too.
A few.
Okay. And some of them are not curse words.
I assume.
And you did not come
are.
back with a wife, right?
really? Really?
I maybe did a Cambodian wedding drunk on accident.
I mean, being an American over in Vietnam and Cambodia, did you have any locals like aggressively hit on you and look at you as like a potential meal ticket?
It did happen. That's the thing I loved about it the most is like in America as a guy, even if you're semi good looking, you get ignored completely.
Well, okay, yeah,
for the most part.
And then I mean,
over there, it's kind of like you're taller, you're stronger, you're foreign looking, and they go, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, well, and
so handsome.
Let's be honest. Since the beginning of this show, you've been on this kind of like health regime and workout regimen where now you're swole, dude. You are like. In some of those pictures, I'm like, damn, dude, you look like a professional wrestler. So you're going like that to this area. And of course, completely American.
Just wearing tank tops everywhere. Just like, yes.
Did you
get my muscles? Look at them.
Did you have any like promising offers or aggressive flirtations where you're like, whoa, slow down?
There is one. There's a couple, every major city like Nempom.
Yeah.
Cambodia, and then you have the main one in Saigon, it's like the party street where people are grabbing you.
Hold on a second.
Vendors.
Real quick, you realize you can make up words now, and I would just think that everything you're saying is legitimate. So I didn't.
Like, yeah, sure, bro.
Try not to correct yourself too much because I don't think it matters in my simple mind.
Cambodia.
Okay, so you're in the major cities, and what happens?
A lot of times there's like westernized streets, very vendor heavy, bar heavy. A lot of backpackers go to and all that. And we've been to Mexico before. We've been to several places like Vegas where it's kind of you do have street vendors trying to get your attention constantly.
Mm-hmm.
This one upped the ante more than any time I've ever had in my life, where it's like they are relentless. Like they want that money. They want you to haggle with you. Like I was stalked by the same lady in Ho Chi Minh 3 days in a row. In the random streets, she would find me on a motorbike, be like, "You promised. You said you'd buy something from me." I'm like, "I said tomorrow, maybe." She's like, "Come on, just buy today. Keychain, buy today, buy today." I'm like, "Lady." But then at nighttime, when we're walking down the bars, they would literally grab you for a massage. They would grab me by the arm, like literally pull me in. I'm like, "Hey!"
For a massage?
For a massage or to buy something. It's just like it was brutal.
They're like, "I want to rub you down."
They do.
Nice.
I did have a rub down in the machine on the last day. I was like, "Why did I wait so long?" Like $20 or $30 for like a full hour of a man just manhandling you.
Oh, it was a man.
It was a man.
Did you get a happy ending?
No. But I got like Mortal Kombat fatalities done to me.
Oh wow,
it was insane. I felt bad. I felt great.
They had female options too, right?
They did not, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, they saw me, the size of me, like, oh, we need men to handle this guy.
We need multiple people.
They do. I like because they give you a massage card that gives you different parts of the body, and it says, low tension or high power, low power, medium power.
And
I like everything but the calves. I was like, just go high, man. Just beat me up.
Yeah,
just beat the hell out of me.
Ooh.
Weird. I
Cabs
know.
are crazy.
I'm excited. So, but you didn't have any like sexually aggressive moves from the locals there.
Not nothing noteworthy, but it was definitely there more than America. That's for sure.
I think I know why. America is at an all-time high for syphilis. Actually,
I got the memo, huh?
Since the 1950s. Yeah. The rise of syphilis is an epidemic at this point. Yeah, where they say it's the highest level since the 1950s, and I didn't realize that people were so dirty in the 50s. Right, but maybe it was before the perfection of the prophylactic. But yeah, there's one state that has become the outbreak's very unlikely epicenter, and I'll tell you what that state is next on Beef Vegan Presents. Tease! Yeah. You enjoyed our conversation, youtube.com/Beef Vegan. The podcast broadcast is live. Music on the way from Incubus.
Pardon me while I give you a lot of diseases.
Just another reason to be scary about being single, because like syphilis be everywhere, apparently.
Syphilis be everywhere.
Be everywhere.
That's the next shirt we have coming out. Syphilis be everywhere. Beef Vegan Presents.
Yeah. Now we've been talking about the rise of this, but I didn't know it was an epidemic level. I mean, this is like spreading faster than COVID. There's a 17% rise in just a single year and an 83% surge compared to 5 years ago. So what is the leading cause of this surge of syphilis? Your mom on Tinder.
Oh!
Good one.
Damn, son.
Burn. My mom on Tinder, really.
She's on Bumble. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the syphilis, this is case by case, and they have graphs for this, and it's pretty impressive. But for some reason, 1941, syphilis through the roof. Maybe that was some kind of like MK Ultra like experiment where they
Just
were
give everybody syphilis.
Yeah.
See what happens.
See if it gave us psychic abilities, and they're like, I guess it didn't.
There's a calling question. Would you get syphilis if you had psychic abilities? Like,
Yeah, well,
maybe
I would, because it would, then I would know if I was going to get herpes. So like,
La, 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 la.
and the psychic ability to know when you were going to get shot down or not, when you like make an approach to like anybody.
Huh.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, what
would that work like through like internet dating? You think psychic abilities? Like, would you be able to see what they're going to text? But you're not like with them. Don't you think like psychic abilities are like in person?
Yes and no. I mean, I was actually thinking about this morning, oddly enough. Like if you had the ability to have psychic ability and then say to show to a partner how the end of the relationship is going to be, and be like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't move together because this is how it's going to end, and that's not great. But then the old debate is, would you still go through with it for the highs,
the experience?
Yeah, for the
lessons.
highs and the good times, even though you know what the lows and the bad times are going to be.
No,
you wouldn't.
Nope.
No matter what. So, but then you see the problem with that is then you spend a whole lifetime and not even experiencing these kind of highs.
Until I have like a psychic ability to see somebody that I'm successful with, right?
I guess, yeah.
Then that'd be boring, predictable. I know we're going to the Caymans. Ugh.
There is something oddly exciting about dating somebody who's crazy and unpredictable, and those kind of mood swings, as like problematic and dramatic and stressful as they can be. It's always exciting. It is not mundane and predictable, and maybe that's the problem that I gravitate towards. I don't know. This week has been a weird week, and a lot of internal questioning and mood swings and stuff. It's been shitty. This is what happens when you leave me alone. So please don't ever leave me alone again.
You got to talk to one of those moon hippie chicks. Tell me about the moon. What's going on?
I know. I mean, we put out a song and everything, and it didn't work. I thought moon hippies would be sliding in my DMs left and right, but that did not happen.
You're phony.
Yeah.
You're not really hippie. Damn it. They saw my Instagram. Damn it.
First off, I lived in Flagstaff for a little bit. I could pass. I've been to some Fish concerts. You
got a couple gems left over. You're going to the gem show, picking up some more.
Yeah, I could pass. I could definitely pass on that. There are warning signs of syphilis. Oh, okay. Well, check your palms.
Okay.
All right. So rash on
Knees
palms.
weak, arms are heavy.
Is a sign. Okay.
I'm good.
Hair loss is a sign. All right.
Ooh.
Multiple sores is a sign, right? In your genital area. So yeah, that's going to be obvious. Swollen glands. So whenever you have like strep throat, you're like, is it strep or is it syphilis? Yeah. So those are some.
Am I Al Capone?
Yeah. The sores on the hands are pretty obvious though. So,
Oh.
yeah, that's pretty brutal as far as I'm not showing that on the stream. I want to keep it nice.
Ew.
I do have to reveal what state is the epicenter. I have to find that though, so I don't have it yet.
You didn't have the answer?
No. So we're all gonna find out together.
Cliffhanger for everybody, including me.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I do have the answer now. Finally. So I knew the answer was in there. It was only a matter of time. Let's read through some of the comments here. And we're gonna do Would You Rather, and then what we're doing on the podcast broadcast. Not only will we look at some of the photographs and videos that Rico experienced in his adventure in Vietnam and Cambodia, but we are doubling up the show because I want to pre-record some of the early hours of tomorrow, so I don't have to do the show by myself because this last like 10 days, Weirdo's been out, right? Yeah. She's taking personal health and she got sick as well, and of course Rico, look at him now, but. This is what he's been doing for the last 10 days.
Seeing the world.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And I'm over it. Now Todd is, helped out, and I appreciate Todd. But yeah, like I'm just kind of over.
I thought what's his name? Slobby Robbie was pitching in for a while.
I had Slobby on 2 Fridays, and I'm sure I could get Friday. I mean, I could get Slobby in, but not from 6 to 10. That's
like Slobby Robbie, don't do that.
Yeah, the biggest issue is the show open and everything leading up to the podcast. I can get guests for the podcast, and I haven't necessarily been like guest free on the podcast. Even tomorrow, I'm gonna have Yaz in for the podcast, and I think we're gonna talk with a band called Dead Posey. I'm trying to set this up because earlier this week, actually, I think just yesterday, that news broke that UGH or major music distributor and TikTok are having like falling out right now. So that means there's a lot of music that is licensed music that TikTok won't be able to feature anymore. Yeah, which affects a lot of artists, right? But not, everyone thinks about the big artists, the popular artists like the Drakes and the Taylor Swifts. But the reality is this affects the smaller artists more so because a lot of smaller artists, they do a lot of their marketing through TikTok, and without them being able to feature their music on TikTok means there's a large part. I mean, the record industry as a whole right now is like, what are you going to do on TikTok for us? Like we just talked to Max Frost on the podcast, right? And his label is like, what TikTok, what content are you creating to promote this EP?
Yeah. And
it's up to him to do that. Now, if you take that away, then you take basically the largest platform to promote your music. And it could make or break you. Like bands like Mother, who I've mentioned on this podcast over and over again. I just shared a throwback post on my personal Facebook page about a concert I was promoting of theirs 12 years ago. They were at a small level in the United States until TikTok blew them up.
Yep.
Now they're coming back and they're going to be playing the Arizona Federal Theater, right?
Oh.
And they're going to sell that out. And it's 100% because of TikTok. So taking that away from the smaller artists doesn't give them a platform, and it jeopardizes them. Now, yes, TikTok needs to pay major artists more money, like the Drakes and the Taylor Swifts, for their songs being featured. Just like Spotify, same thing. We've not figured out how to compensate the artists for, utilizing their music on these streaming platforms. As a consumer, we want it for nothing, right? And I still want it for nothing. But at the same time, how can a company who's not charging you anything to use their service then pay an artist 10 times the amount
without being flooded by advertisements every 20 seconds?
Right. That's what commercial radio is, right?
Yep.
They're trying not to be commercial radio. Meanwhile, commercial radio is double down on being commercial radio and killing itself. So where are the answers?
You got termites? You need your teeth fixed? You need a hammer? Cool. We got you. Keep listening.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully Dead Posey, a band out of LA, they shared. So I shared their post on Instagram to the KFMA stories yesterday. It was very well written, and kind of explain their side of it. And I want them to explain their side of it on the podcast. Hopefully they'll be guests of ours tomorrow morning in 9 o'clock hour to kind of give us a good insight from the business perspective. And then I'll clip it up, put it on YouTube, and people who want to know the answer.
So where are these guys from?
LA. Yeah, they're good looking.
They're in the
people
middle
too.
of the beast's den.
Yeah,
Cool.
Here, I'll pull up the Instagram so you can see what Dead Posey is, and I'll play them on the radio too, because they do have songs that we played before. So
cool.
yeah. It's a two-man band. One of them, I guess I don't have their songs in the playlist. Well, I'll have Razor do that. Two-man band, good-looking band. One lady, one woman, I should say.
Business savvy.
I should know their names, but I don't. And I reached out to Razor last night. I was like, hey, can you set me up with an interview? I know you know Dead Posey, so set me up with an interview with them. And he's like, oh, they're promoting Spain right now, and they said they'll get back to you in like a month or two, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I realize that, but at the same time, they just posted this about this TikTok issue, and I feel like they want to talk about it. And he's like, okay, I'll touch base with them. And then like 15 minutes later, he goes, oh, I thought you were talking about Dead Poet Society. And he's like, yeah, I do know Dead Posey. And I'm like, okay. I was like, you know what? That's fair, because initially when I shared that post, I thought it was Dead Poet Society.
Right.
Like they changed their name or like abbreviated it or something.
Yeah.
Posey,
All right, so here's what Dead Posey looks like. And they are actually they're a great band, a buzz band. Here's the girl, Zombies. You see that?
Nice.
Yeah. And see, maybe there's some music I could feature of theirs here real quick. Just a little snippet. All right, so it fits our wheelhouse as far as, and this was the post that they did.
My dream goth girl.
The UMG TikTok breakup, and so I'm not going to go over it now. It's something hopefully that we'll talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, teaser.
Yeah, so and they could give it straight from their mouth, their point of view, because again, they're being affected most by this. And bands like them. Here we go. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents South Dakota. Now, if you're like, why are you saying South Dakota? The previous break, we're talking about the syphilis outbreak in the country being the largest that it's ever been since the 1950s. Still don't have the answer as to why so many people had syphilis in the 50s.
Is that why they call it Dirty Dakota?
Well, that's why they're calling it Dirty Dakota now.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it's really affecting the Native community a lot, obviously, because there's a large population. You watch Yellowstone, So
I know these things.
Yeah. So they say the general syphilis infections are at 84 cases per 100,000 people in South Dakota. At the same time, with those odds, I'll still bear back it. I'm like, what are the chances?
I actually know the numbers, but still.
Yeah. As far as the age rate, like the breakdown, here's the breakdown, because this is an epidemic after all. And we do, you should get regularly checked, and safe sex is good too, if that's an option. It's always an option.
Yes.
It's an option.
Sorry.
Thanks, Dr. Beef.
Yeah. Let's see, about 50 people age 20 to 24 have it. I think the highest demographic is age 30 to 34. So good. Past that.
Woo.
It starts to decline around our age. So, woo! Right, look at this. I'm just throwing these condoms away. Don't need them.
I did my homework.
Yeah. They say side effects is like balding. I'm like, sorry, man. I've been ahead of the curve on that, too.
Winner.
Yeah. Like, get at me once you get scary. As of right now, I'm not sweating it at all.
So now we see why those old folks' homes are like just rampant with like horn dogs.
Yeah, no, those STD rates are through the roof at those retirement communities. But have you ever worked inside a retirement community, like a nice one? I see me doing the casino parties. I've been in those all the time, and they're nice. There's something to aspire to. It's like living in a resort. Some of them have like bars and like movie theaters, all inclusive, all in there. And
it's like a vacation.
It is. Yeah. And so I thought when I was like DJ, I DJ'd New Year's Eve parties there that would end at 8 p.m., right? Because they're old and they celebrate New Year's like super early. But I'm looking around like, man, I can't wait to be like 70-year-old me banging around this place. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, they set it up.
Dong on campus.
Look, it's all about the environment, right? And that's the natural aphrodisiac. That, and of course, buttloads of Viagra. And then these guys are just walking around with 3 canes, one on each arm and then one pointing away. Thank you. I'll be here all morning.
Good work. Top notch.
Should we give away a pair of tickets here, Mari?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got tickets for Brad Williams, who's going to be performing at the Fox Theater on what is it? This Sunday, actually. It's a late show. So there's 2 shows.
They added a show, huh?
They added a show because the first show sold out.
Nice.
And then and then we did an interview with them. They had the show that started selling, and they're like, since that interview was so nice and Brad enjoyed it so much, we're gonna hook you up with tickets for your audience so all your beefers could come out and say what's up to Brad.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you want those tickets, 600 KFMA, 605-362, well, then I want to play a game. Oh, yes.
Shocker.
The game is Outsmart Mari.
Ooh,
right.
Good luck.
Yes. Yeah. I think Fast Edition. So, you know,
Fast.
yes. So these are going to be simple questions. And if you could buzz in quicker than Mari and answer them correctly and outscore her in a round of simple trivia, then you're going to win tickets for Brad Williams.
Okay,
All right.
Ready. Can I
So,
get ready?
yes, absolutely. We're going to start off with caller number 10. How you feeling this morning,
Ooh.
Mari?
You look limber.
Yeah, I'm limber.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see who we're going to play against then. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
This is Dave.
Okay, Dave. You want those tickets for Brad Williams?
Absolutely.
All right. Excellent. Let's see. All right. So you got to play. This is Think Fast Edition. You have to buzz in quicker than Mari. And then, of course, give me the answer. Okay. Now, we got a world traveler with us as well in Rico.
Mm-hmm.
That inspires this first question. Here we go. Think fast.
Think fast.
What is the capital of France?
Paris.
Well, you got to buzz in with your name, Mari.
Oh, Mari.
Mari.
Dave.
Mari buzzed in first.
Paris.
That is correct.
Patty.
1 point for Mari. All right. Here's our next question. Buzz
Totally
in.
not cool.
Buzz in if you think you know this. How many continents are there on Earth?
Dave.
Dave.
12.
No.
Oh,
Mari.
7.
That is correct. All right. Next question. What is the largest planet in our solar system?
Ooh. Mari?
Mari.
The sun?
No.
Mari.
That's not a planet. That's a star.
Isn't it so much bigger than everything, though?
It's a star. Yeah. There's a difference, I think. All right, Dave, do you know the answer to that?
No.
I know.
All right,
do?
Rico, tell him.
Rico.
Yes.
Uranus is bigger than the sun.
No, my anus is not. Jupiter.
Oh man.
Jupiter.
Yeah. And Uranus is not even a planet. Or no, that's Pluto. Okay, here's our next one.
All of us are so wrong.
We're all so stupid, Dave included. All right, next question. Think fast. Outsmart
fast.
Mari. All right, buzz in if you think you know this. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, I know.
Dave.
Dave.
Oh, gosh. I just had it. Shakespeare.
Yes.
What's his first name, Dave?
William.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. People
Yeah.
called him Bill, dude. All right, that's all right. I'll give you a point for Dave. Did 2-1, Mari. Mari, don't be afraid to win this. All right,
Okay.
buzz in with your name if you think you know this. What is the chemical symbol for water?
Mari.
Mari,
H2O.
Dave.
that is correct. We're all tied up. All right,
Water
this
sucks.
is the last question. Now, Dave, if you don't get this right and beat Mari, then I'm going to give these tickets away to caller number 10. So good luck to you. Okay, here we go.
All right.
In which year did the Titanic sink? Oh, based off Mari's fart noises, I don't think she knows it. Dave, this is you, dude.
Got this, Dave.
What year did Leonardo DiCaprio freeze?
Yeah, I have no idea. No.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. All right, so the answer is 1912, by the way.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, buzz in with your name if you think you know this answer. What is the currency of Japan?
Oh.
Dave.
Dave,
Yen.
that is correct. Look at the big winner on Dave. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Mari. You go to Japan all the time.
I know. It was right there.
It was right there. All right. Well, congratulations, Dave. You and a
She's
friend
like
are going
credit card. I don't know.
You and a friend are going to go see Brad Williams live this Sunday at the Fox Theater for the Late Show. Tickets still available for that show if you guys want to buy them. FoxTheater.com. We'll hit the reset and be back with Herb Stratford and a lot more on the podcast broadcast. Keep it right here. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. All right. So everyone else, we're going to do our show open from this morning and get things going. So stick around. Bella, good to see you. High five, Manny. We're going to go through all the comments as well. I got to get Dave's information so he can win those tickets. And I'll tell you what, I will give away a pair of tickets for our streamer for Brad Williams if you're going to go to the show as well. We'll do that podcast exclusive. All right. So, just stick around for your opportunity to win those tickets. But earlier this morning, I caught up with Rico, the world traveler. In case you missed it, one little something like this.
Uncultured.
Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock on 2.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, February 1st. Good morning, Rico.
Xin Chao, Beef. Xin Chao.
You're different. You changed. What?
Xin Chao.
Now, Rico just came back from, traveling all over Southeast Asia, and he looks like a different man. What's up with the scarf, dude?
It's called a krama, Beef.
That's a krama.
It's a krama. It's a Cambodian traditional headscarf that has many utilizations.
Oh, okay. What else did you learn while you were over in Vietnam? And I see you got some good foreign goodies. Like, is that a super vape that you got from a different country?
It's a super vape that I haggled down to $10. Yes.
Oh, it's good to have you back, dude.
Thanks,
I've been
man.
living vicariously through all your stories, but let's do a quick recap of where you went. I mean, when you traveled, where did you land? And then what were the countries that you were able to experience within the 10-day vacation that you were on?
I'm making this in my entire personality, basically.
I see it. I know. I can tell immediately.
Yeah, so it's like going from LAX to Taiwan, then from Taiwan to Bangkok, and from Bangkok to Siem Reap, Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
Meet up with my buddy, stay there for a few days, and we make our way down throughout Cambodia to hit the border to get into Vietnam.
Nice.
And from Vietnam, we have a few different homestays from there on out, then fly out from Ho Chi Minh to Tokyo and back here.
Oh, nice. And you got to spend a little time in Tokyo. How was that?
It's a shame. Like the one airport I wanted to spend an entire day in was
Uh-huh.
my shortest leg. So it was like 3 hours in Tokyo. I'm like, all right.
Total travel time to make your way back. How long was that?
Like 30 hours plus.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that. I've never been nowhere close to that type of travel, but that's
You want to know my favorite thing though? Traveling too.
Yeah.
It was cracking me up because I was in Taiwan. We had a little transport bus to get us to the airplane, like the tinier ones. You have to you feel like a rock star. You go to,
Yeah.
those ones we walk up into. You're like, yeah. On that transport bus, I'm looking down. It's like packed full of people. I look down and I see a U of A sweater
yeah,
in the middle of the world. I'm like, what the hell?
nice.
So I'm super stoked. I'm like, oh my God, a Tucson. Hey, and I'm like this tiny little lady with her husband, and they're like hanging out. I kind of do that awkward, like, hey, are you from Tucson? And of course, she looks at me and goes, excuse me, what? And I'm like, oh no, like super German accent. She's like, no, I'm from Germany. Like we some tourists left this sweater with them. And I'm like, yes, Tucson people littering our sweaters over in Germany. But I was like so shocked to actually see that.
Bear down and represent.
woo.
Absolutely. And of course, you definitely indulged in a lot of street food. I saw that you ate
my
a
God.
black emperor scorpion for the very first time.
My first
And
meal.
you did it wrong.
Did I?
According to your reel, your buddy was like, you're supposed to suck the stuff out of the scorpion, not just like
Oh.
crunch it. It was like an exoskeleton. But what the exoskeleton tastes like?
Just like you would imagine. It's just so
I don't imagine anything though.
you can't imagine what that would taste like. It's just crunchy. It's
Salty?
so, no,
Was
it was like kind of plain, and it had like a really I don't know. It's gross. It was just kind of gross. It wasn't like vomit inducing. Like, oh, get this. It's like, but it's gross.
What was? Do you think that was the worst thing that you put in your mouth while you were over there?
Overall, yeah. Thank God.
Yeah,
Could have been way worse.
Yeah, and then the other street food that you were eating, and I imagine how many times do you think you were eating a day? Like 3-4 times a day, 5 times
To
a day?
be honest with you, not as many as you would think. That it's weird going from here where it's like still desert, dry, cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to like humid, like tropical jungle weather.
yeah, it was nice.
So
huh?
it takes away your appetite a little bit, and you're chain smoking the crazy street cigarettes the whole day. You know?
Yeah.
So your appetite's kind of like nothing, and not drinking as much water as you need to be. I'm like, I am literally gonna die. But let's
But
keep
you
eating
survived.
scorpions. I did.
Yeah, you survived eating insects and came back wearing a scarf and being all bougie. Did you fall in love at all?
A few times.
Okay, that's
That
what I
tends to
imagine.
happen.
Yeah.
Like I could buy you and bring you back.
Right. Yeah. I know this is just the tip of the iceberg. We got when we do the podcast broadcast later on, and Mari's going to be in studio. Rico has photos and videos of his excursion and his adventure to Southeast Asia, and we're going down the rabbit hole on that. I'm wildly intrigued. I'm excited that you made it back in one piece. I was concerned, but I'm a worrywart, so that's what you do.
Valid.
Yeah.
Very valid.
We got a great show lined up for you. I'm not solo today, as you could tell. I have tons of tickets to give away. We've been giving away tickets for Creed and Three Doors Down all week long. We'll continue to do that. Your first opportunity coming up around 7:10 this morning. Also have tickets for the Gem Show, but as a bonus, we talked with comedian Brad Williams just last week. He's going to be performing at the Fox Theater this Sunday, and he had a first show that sold out immediately. So they added a late show starting at 10:30 at the Fox Theater. I have 2 pairs of tickets to give away for that comedy show. So if you're going to want to go to that, just stick around. Your opportunities to win that will be happening all morning long. So all that more in store for you. Your Morning Morons coming up next. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Kicking things off with Marilyn Manson's Personal Jesus on Rock 102.1. I don't know why I'm showing that, but we're back here, and
that's right, ladies. Fight over my scarf. Yes.
It's funny too because Rico and Mario were laughing at Bella's comment, and then like 10 seconds later, I read it and laughed at it. So there's a delay happening, even though we're all in the same room. Todd's been complaining about the delay. Normally, when we have guests, that's a thing. But I do want to get this set up. Let's bang out a segment that we're gonna do tomorrow, okay? Yes. Because again, I want to sleep in. It's been a fucking week, dude. And let's start off with our show open. Okay. Yeah, it's like a show open within a show open. You guys are seeing some behind the scenes magic. I get my bed music going. Ba-boom, babooski. Fix my buttons here. Oh yeah. And then our show open would be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that or drag that up. Boom. Oops. Boom. And X that out. All right. Let's get ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
Let's do it, Riggs. Too old for this.
Yep.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's BPG Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, February 2nd. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning. Xing Chao.
He's still speaking Vietnamese.
Still.
Good morning, Mari.
Good morning.
Oh my God, I got you both on a Friday. What did I do to deserve this, huh?
Ooh.
You paid us.
Yeah, okay. Well, that helps. All right. Well, we're going to have fun on this Friday morning and give away tickets for Brad Williams, Creed, the whole nine as we get ready going on. Lots of content to get to, too. But before we get into all the serious stuff and try to make light of the seriousness in the world today, I want to start off with like a mental exercise. Okay. And I think the best way to do that, Mari, is with one of your would you rathers.
Oh.
Yeah, right off the bat. I think we should start off just one would you rather where Rico and I can see if our brains are working this morning. And I think that would be a good indication on how good the show is going to be for the rest of the morning. Okay. So if you don't know, we usually do this later on during the podcast broadcast. Mari's going to give us like an impossible hypothetical, and Rico and I have to decide on one or the other. All right. And why. There's no workaround. We're no skate. We have to pick a hill to die on. And that's essentially what we're doing here. And Mari's pretty weird. She's pretty and she's weird. And she comes up with these amazing would you rather scenarios. So give me one.
All right. Would you rather fight a gorilla on steroids?
Okay.
Or a pack of rabid monkeys? Spider monkeys.
I'm glad that you made it specific. Spider monkeys instead of just regular monkeys. You can't be.
Yeah,
You can't
The
generalize.
gorilla's on what now? He's on
steroids.
Steroids.
Have you seen a gorilla that's not on steroids? They're already jacked.
Pretty much. It's not going to make that much of a difference.
I did see recently on Instagram, actually, there's a condition. I forgot what the name of the condition is in animals that makes them grow like their extra muscles. Like they have like a testosterone gland that's overactive. And you see this in like kangaroos, but you can see it in like dogs and in gorillas. And when you see and like the bull, remember the like muscular bull picture?
Yep.
That's like, legendary. That this is a condition that I wish I had, obviously. But imagine a gorilla that has that condition. It's game over. Nobody's gonna beat that gorilla.
Wow.
So that or a group of spider monkeys. Rico, you just came back from Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I'm sure you almost had to fight a couple spider monkeys.
I do have a monkey story, so it's kind of relevant.
Yeah, give me a monkey story.
I'll do the gorilla one. I'll go for gorilla.
Oh,
Okay, because you're gonna die quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
Ripped in half. Get it over with.
yeah. All right, so tell me your monkey story from Vietnam.
Oh God. So we're en route from one of the cities in Vietnam
Mm-hmm.
to another one. We're at we're on the way from I think Can Tho to the next place.
Okay.
We're on this motorcycle trip. Long story. I'll tell the story more elaborate later. But me and my buddy kind of get split up.
Okay.
The both highways lead to the same place we're ending up. So I have a ride by myself, and I'm on the worst bike. He's on the great bike. So he assumed I was going to have a horrible journey. He was worried. I get to the homestay and I tell the guy like, "Hey, my buddy hasn't showed up and I'm a little worried." And we talk for a while through Google Translate. All the while, my buddy he gets into a lot of trouble. His bike chain falls off.
Oh.
He said he's walking through the jungle for 40 minutes
Ooh.
through villages, like pushing his bike, trying to find like a local mechanic.
Yeah.
All the while trying to get somewhere, he shows up and there's like a gang of roving monkeys.
Yes.
Like these jungle monkeys just like walking around, and then they see him like he's prey. So like they start like circling him, and one of the bigger guys comes out of the woodwork
Oh.
and starts making that like aggressive sort of march towards him, and he's like. It's like my brother's Nicolas Cage story. It was so hard to believe, but then you're like, you know what? It does check out. He says the guy, the big monkey lunged at him. He had to do like a football parry, like a little like lunge to the side. It grabbed the back of his shirt, ripped it off, and they just all scurried away.
Yeah. And I'm glad that
So-
you told this story because I saw pictures of his like
shirt.
ripped clothes.
Yeah,
He got attacked by a gang of monkeys in the
Yep.
forest.
Yep.
Yes.
And then
that's-
to make matters worse, I'm over there lounging, I'm showering, I'm having a beer with the guy at the hotel. He's pushing his bike more, and then he gets to like a little village where a bunch of drunk guys come out and try to fix his bike with like old rusty tools.
yeah.
And one of the guys like older with no teeth, and he starts grabbing his butt. He's like, "All right, buddy, all right, all right." And they start making him drink jungle whiskey, but they fix his bike, and then he made it back, and he had that story to tell afterwards. And
Wow.
I'm like,
Wow.
wow, I had a good day. How about you, buddy?
Yeah, and now it's a would you rather? Would you rather get jumped by a gang of rabid monkeys or bang an old guy with no teeth? Brutal. All right, well, we're gonna have a great show. We got your morning warm coming up next. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, but you know the name of the show. Let's go. All right, that's a solid show open.
He did give me a would you rather when I was there. We're hanging out at the first place.
Mhm.
Ooh.
He's like, I was telling him like we do would you rathers on the show, and he's like, how about this one? He's like, would you rather wake up in a nice hotel room, no idea what happened the previous night, but you wake up to a nice Japanese businessman,
Mhm.
fully dressed, very polite,
Mhm.
or a sort of like homeless looking Dutch woman, like just dirty and just like.
I would do, yeah.
But there's no
looking-
sexual like there's nothing that you don't know what happened,
You
but you
don't
just wake
remember.
up next to them.
You say there's no sexual, but if I'm waking up next to a homeless looking Dutch woman, we're banging.
She's like grimy and dirty and filled with like all feces and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no,
See, Japanese businessman.
of course.
This is a man's question though.
Yeah, you don't get to choose. I mean,
I'm telling him like the guy's gonna be probably very polite and won't tell you anything that happened. Just like, oh, thank you. Just like walk out. And you're like, okay, we're never gonna talk about this again. The Dutch woman might be like schizophrenic and
yeah.
start throwing things at you.
Hmm.
Who knows?
Do you have the picture of your buddy? What's your friend's name again?
Joshua Humphrey. So I was trying to pull up his Instagram because I have a clip of him talking about the story, but I think it's still uploading. But I want you to maybe find his Instagram post.
Well, you did have a little video, or did you share his Instagram post showing me his clothes being all
yeah,
shredded?
because he made this whole post about it. It's really funny.
All right. Well, if you pull that up, we got to see it. But yeah, so that's a true story. And I'm glad that we got to get into that story because that is wild. I mean,
It's like only there, man.
I saw the story
Normal.
on Instagram and I was just like, obviously wanted to know more, but his shirt was shredded, right?
Wow.
He got attacked by monkeys. And you're like, wow. But in that scenario, right, his bike chain falls off and he has to do what he has to do. And then in worst case scenario, you get surrounded by a gang of monkeys in the jungle.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, and these monkeys are aggressive over there.
Why do they want his t-shirt though?
No, they didn't want his t-shirt. They wanted his like face. And they just tore his t-shirt in the process.
A lot of times they rummage through your backpack and steal things, but still, it's terrifying. Those things are ruthless.
Yeah.
What do they do with all this stuff though?
Eat it.
Yeah, man.
Sell it. They actually go to like vendors and sell them. Actually, there's stories of that happening where vendors have them steal tourist trinkets and things like that. Bring it back to them. They give them food.
Yeah, they're smart. In India, we've showed videos on the broadcast before of crazy like gang of monkeys that are super smart committing all these crimes, kidnapping, the whole nine. Yeah, like legit. If there was a good 6 months was a narrative on this show where like monkeys are on the uprise right now in India. They're trying to take over. We got to do a tease. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. That's Pop Evil with Skeletons. We are live on a broadcast where you can join us. And there, and only there, will you have another opportunity to win tickets for Brad Williams. We'll figure that out. But we have Would You Rathers and your TMI Top 5 all coming up. So keep it right here. We'll be back live on the rock side or the FM side, the radio side.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Same difference.
After Bad Wolves, Legends Never Die. It's Rock on 2.1. Obviously, the caffeine is right there. Speaking of caffeine, so I went in.
I sent you the link to his post too, if you want to click it. I can't open it right now because I'm not logged in.
That's fair. I got you. So I had a meeting with Manish from Transit Tea yesterday at his Maya Tea Factory, and so we're talking. He's giving me just a tour of the whole facility. It's massive. It's pretty impressive. And then we sit down at the table, and he's like, "You want some tea?" And of course, from a tea guy, you got to watch out type of tea you get. So I got this like souped up, like super caffeinated tea, right? And I'm like, yeah, I could take it. I mean, I drink so much caffeine and I need a little pick me up. That thing, seriously, like when I left there, I was so jacked up. I was almost sick, but I was like, I noticed I was squeezing my steering wheel like I was the Incredible Hulk. I almost broke it. And I had to immediately get something in my stomach because it was just like too much. I was ODing on caffeine.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I was able to like have that to start the show yesterday, it would have been a better show. All right. All right. So Josh Humphreys, and Josh is an author, right?
Yeah, he's an author, historian, comedian. He started out doing stand-up back in Australia a long time ago, got really into like comedy novels, and now he's like teaching history stuff online, doing like temple tours. He's a Renaissance man.
Yeah. And a good buddy of yours, you went to Tulum with him as well. Yeah. So he's just
it's like we're doing that thing now. It's been 2 years almost to the exact date since the last one. So now we're thinking like next one's going to be Tokyo because we're both like, it's going to be the funniest experience to have both of us just joking around the entire time. So.
That seems like you have a great time. So yeah, a little bromance happening. But check out this. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
His cap.
That answers that. Hey, Josh, how was yesterday?
And that guy next to us, he's the guy that runs the homestay that checked in.
Oh, his pants too.
Yeah. Yeah, they got him.
Those things are brutal, man.
Yeah, man.
He just comes back. He's like, you won't. Well, the first message I get back from him was like, dude, you're not going to believe, like, you need to sit down for 20 minutes. I got to tell you this story. I was like, whole time I'm in shock. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, yeah, actually, it does sound legit. It could happen. But the funniest thing ever is my panic, a little bit of nervousness when I got there first. I'm like, he's the experienced writer. He should definitely be here before I am. This is like 2 p.m. And the guy, it's funny because we're going back. The homestay owner guy didn't speak like any English. So right off the bat, I get off my bike. I'm all sweaty and I'm just like, hey, American, blah, blah. Or actually, I said I'm Canadian to mostly everybody except this guy. He seemed pretty cool.
Yeah. We got 10 seconds.
Okay. I'll just.
Oh, no.
It's a story.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I mean to wrap you up.
All good.
All right. Well, Legends Never Die is a short song, apparently.
Yeah.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. That's Legends Never Die. And they don't. They get attacked by monkeys, but they don't die. And that's what we learned on the broadcast. And we're back here live. Of course, Mari is in studio. And we got Rico as well. I feel like, we were kind of just playing around with the Would You Rathers, but it's time.
It's time.
Let's kick off the broadcast with some impossible hypotheticals. What's your first Would You Rather here, Mari?
Okay. In honor of Valentine's Day.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the horizon.
So hard. I'll rant about that later. I'm not looking forward to this Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, I love it.
Good for you.
Would you rather have a one-time limited access list of anyone who has ever had a crush on you or anyone who has ever hated you?
One-time limited access what?
List.
Oh, they said lips. Like get a lips, like an Uber with them.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
what
want to
thought.
rant to this person that hates me. Like, why do you hate me so much? I'm like, do you want to bang? Do you the other person?
What's the list entail? Like anything? What do you
Just
mean?
a list of names of people who have had a crush on you.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Oh
or
yeah.
People who don't like
people that
you.
don't
You
like
know
you.
what's funny? Oh yeah.
Haters or lovers?
You know, that is a great hypothetical. The problem is my list. It would be if I picked the list of people that like me. I guess I would have a reality check because I assume most women want me. You know what I mean? Like I would feel like that list was a lot longer. And then when I look at there's only like 7 people on there, I'd be like, damn, I was way off.
I thought you were gonna say your lists are gonna be the same names on both.
Well, they end up.
They hate me, but they want to bang me.
They end up
I
on the
knew it.
like list, and then they end, or
Yeah.
they start on the like list, and they end up on the hate list for sure.
John over.
I would focus on the lovers, not the
Uh-huh.
hate. You know, I think it's safe to assume like people who don't like you, they kind of show you that they don't like you
Yeah.
in subconscious ways. Like I would say Powers doesn't like me based off the way that he like kind of he just acts and reacts in a way. He'll say he likes me, but he acts a different way. So, you know, and there's no reason to focus on the haters. But the love list is good because there's a lot of times you put somebody into a zone where you're like, oh, she's gorgeous, but there's no way I have a chance with her, right?
Yeah.
Like guys do this to themselves all the time.
Right.
And then you see that you were way off and you have a chance. So yeah,
But then you would probably double down and like ruin the whole tension thing.
well again,
Hey, baby.
one way or
You
another,
like me?
over time,
Yeah.
everyone that you end up getting romantically involved with will end up on the I hate you list.
Yeah.
Based off my experience. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I would still focus on the like list. So what would you say?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I think both have subtlety to them. That's the thing. I would probably choose, like you said, it's probably healthier to choose a lover one until you're like, okay, at least I know I can make a move. But the haters, I would enjoy maybe just like trolling a little bit more. You know, like acting like I don't know they hate me, and just like go like crazy as far as like playing with them.
Is there anybody that you're connected with on social media, on Facebook or Instagram, that you would pretty much assume that they hate you, but they're just kind of hate following?
Oh, pretty much just everybody that just watches my stories and doesn't like anything else.
That's,
Like, yeah, you watch my stuff and never comment or like anything. Fine.
I do feel that way every
Right.
time somebody looks at
Right.
one of our stories and doesn't react. I'm like, no reaction.
Okay, see how it is.
You hate my guts? What's
Right, you
going
hate
on?
me?
No,
Keep
they're
watching,
just
baby.
they're just very strict with
I choose the lovers one though.
the
That's-
hearts
that's
they
healthy.
give out. You choose the lovers too. That's
Mhm.
good. What would you do, Mari?
Haters.
You do haters?
I would. I
Alright.
want to see, and then I'd be like, why? And maybe have a conversation with them, change their mind. I don't know.
See, that's the thing. You can't change a hater's mind.
Like,
Once
how
you-
did you know? I was keeping it really hidden that I didn't like you.
Yeah.
The hell?
A lot of times, you know, the people that will hate you be the people that you're the nicest to, and
Right.
there's just no reason. They may just hate your face.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's a saying for a reason. Some people just don't like you because they just don't like the way you look. Yeah, that's brutal.
Mhm.
All right, what else you
Punchable
got?
face.
Give me
All
one
right.
more. Would you rather?
Okay. Would you rather control the emotions of other people
Mm-hmm.
or control the emotions of yourself?
I'm laughing at that because immediately, like, I'm like, well, there goes my profession. But would I be more successful if I could control my emotions? I'm a very passionate dude. I don't think
That's
I
a
can.
good question.
I couldn't even get into a conversation in a hallway with one of my managers if they bring up something and then I just start raising my voice. And I don't
Yeah.
do it on purpose. I'm not yelling at them. I'm just passionately speaking. But this is how I was raised, and I really think it's been detrimental to my success. So there's a dude I don't like that works for us, and he sucks, right? And everyone knows he sucks, and everyone has a terrible experience with this guy.
Yeah, you're
And-
standing up for this.
Yeah. And I'm literally having the conversation about this dude, and I'm like, well, when are we firing this sack of whatever, right? And I say it so loud it like reverberates through the hallways, and they're like, hey, chill. Oh yeah, my bad.
Simmer.
Yeah, you don't want him to see it coming. That's good. That'll feel better, anyways. Which one would you do, Rico?
It's an art form to master your own emotions. I think it's great when you don't react to other people or just keep yourself in check. I think that's a beautiful thing when you see people do that. Like, all right, It works a lot, but it would like people in the comments kind of agree with like it would be funny as hell to like have others manipulate their emotions.
Yeah.
Kind of control that. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I think if you're the kind of person that can control your own emotions, that's a very powerful thing. So I'm gonna opt for that.
All right. Well, that's a very Buddhist answer. You did just come from Southeast Asia.
It's rubbing off on me.
So
I know.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're such a good person. All right, we're gonna keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. You can join us youtube.com/bevegan or keep it right here because we got music on the way from the Mighty Foo on Rock 102.1. The Mighty Foo is Foo Fighters, by the way.
It's like a new band.
I know. I'm just
They're
rebranding
ripping them
bands.
off. Yeah.
If Dave Grohl's camp heard me say the Mighty Foo, they would send me an angry email telling me not to do that. In fact, actually, when we were promoting the Foo Fighters concert, we had a list of things we weren't allowed to say. We weren't allowed to mention Taylor Hawkins, right? And we weren't allowed to say the Foo Fighters.
I remember that, getting the midnight call, like, hey, just so you know.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow, don't say anything about it.
And I was genuinely surprised because obviously Dave Grohl comes off as like one of the coolest chilled guys. And I don't think it was Dave Grohl at all. I think it really is like the machine that was saying this. And I'm like, well, how stupid is that? But okay. And we didn't. Now I did though. But it's already too late. That show's been sold out and gone. So come on back and maybe I'll play by your rules again. Till then, the Foo Fighters. How's that feel?
The Foo.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Foo.
All right, coming up. I don't know if we are gonna have Herb. Let's see.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he'd be here by now.
Well, yes and no. Frank has been keeping him longer. And I really think, I think there's some bullshit going on, but that's fine. Herb should be coming in before and after. But he probably told me that he can't come in today, and I forgot. There's a good chance of that.
I want to know if Barbie's worth the Oscar or not. That's all.
Well, yeah, no, Barbie's not worth the Oscar.
Got snubbed, right?
Well, yes, and Margot Robbie actually talked about it, and
all those posts like this is literally the plot of Barbie.
Right.
He got the attention. It's like, no, you guys got nominated all over the place when he should not have been.
Seriously, all these people got upset. All these people got upset about Margot Robbie getting snubbed. The one person who didn't
beyond
Margot Robbie.
That we got 8 Academy Awards.
Yeah, she is actually probably one of the coolest people.
She likes metal.
Yeah, she likes metal, and that definitely helps. So, here's what Margot Robbie had to say about being snubbed for the Oscars.
Beyond ecstatic that we got 8 Academy Award nominations. It's already done that and some, like way more than we ever dreamed it would. Obviously, I think Greta should be nominated as a director because what she did is a once in a career, once in a lifetime thing. What she pulled off, it really is.
Yeah, so
classy.
Very classy.
There you go, Margo.
First off, you got to realize that everybody involved with Barbie was probably shocked that they were even in the conversation to begin with. This was like a popcorn movie. It's Barbie, right? And so with that makes sense. And so he said, Greta, if Ryan Gosling and all these other nominations are going to happen, then it would only be right that Greta, the director behind it, who made this vision come to light, get nominated, but she didn't worry about her portrayal. I'm sure she'll have plenty of different opportunities to win Oscars. And then I did hear back from Herb, and unfortunately, I did forget about this, but Herb will be out for 5 to 6 weeks. Yeah. So he's dealing with stuff, and wish him all the best, and then he will return. Yeah,
miss you, buddy.
And yeah, he's like, I thought I told you. Like, yeah, you did.
Just trying to get you in still.
And I forgot. Yeah, I know. All right. So let's get into I want to pre-record another segment.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we'll pre-record an F My Life too, but all right, so we did Would You Rathers, and then that's killing the name of. That's good. All right, let's do it. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're right around the corner from the big game, the Super Bowl, right?
Oh.
And the thing about the Super Bowl, it's all about food. It's all about drinking. All about good times, right? And I like hot sauce. I'm a hot sauce guy. But I came across a story that I'm like, I don't even want to mess with this. It seems like instant heartburn, acid reflux. Truly, is selling hot sauce flavored hard seltzer for the Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
Right? Doesn't that sound
No.
disgusting?
No.
I'll
Right.
get drunk enough to try it, I guess.
Yeah, well, and would you eat it with wings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the thing is, you
Damn
are
it.
gonna end up like throwing up hot fire if you do this. This is a fact, okay? But yeah, Truly's wing sauce inspired drink is a real thing, and it's on its way strictly for the Super Bowl, and it still has the same alcohol count that normal Truly's will have. All right, so you can only get it through a site called givethembeer.com, but as soon as they announced it, it sold out, and they say a second batch is dropping soon.
Oh my
So
God.
4 packs of the stuff will run you $24.
Whoa.
They're like, hey, you want to know what it tastes like to drink your own vomit but get drunk off of it? $24, you'll find out. Truly, hot sauce. Now
I would
each
hate to
can
be
is
in the
16
bathroom
ounces.
after an hour of this.
Well, I'm glad that you bring that up, right? Because the thing with the Super Bowl or any spicy food endeavor, right? When you do this, or you're drinking a hot sauce Truly, and then you eat some spicy food, you know the next day or whenever you go to the bathroom is going to be a painful experience. But your Uncle Beef got your back, okay? I have tips on lessening the poopy pain that you have after eating spicy foods or drinking these Trulies.
Okay.
All right, these are legitimate tips here, according to experts from Men's Health. One, they say this is the easiest one. Limit the spicy food you're eating when they're eating both spicy and fatty. When they're both spicy and fatty. So the excess fat could irritate the skin in your special places and make it more susceptible to the spices. So go with the spice, but try to like stay away from the fatty foods that are spicy because that will add to the burn.
Oh.
They also say if you increase the amount of spicy food you eat a couple days before, you can build up like an anal tolerance, and it will help you desensitize the area.
Wow.
Sounds like a metal band name. I like that.
Anal tolerance is a fantastic band name for sure. Yeah, and you know that's why I could eat spicy food. My anus has been dead for years. And then if all those things don't, thanks for the and if all those things don't work, you could always try a soothing cream or ointment. The problem is, you know, like if you don't have a significant other that's willing to take one for the team, you're gonna have to try to do that yourself. But just don't use hemorrhoid cream because that could make the situation worse.
Oh.
Yes.
Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Because again, big games right around the corner. A lot of us are going to overindulge when it comes to the spicy food and live to regret it later. But if you follow these tips, maybe you won't sweat as much or cry while you're on the can. Let's hit the reset.
Doing God's work.
Yeah, we got your FI Lives coming up right around the corner. Stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Let's see milk flavored Trulies. Chase down after that.
So creamy.
Let's see how long was that? That was 3 minutes 12 seconds. Perfect.
Anal tolerance.
Anal tolerance, yeah.
Yeah.
They do not tolerate me saying anal tolerance, but you know.
Guys, it was nuanced and in context. Come on.
You know, the thing is, oh God, they don't see it. I did kind of get yelled at by Mac yesterday about manipulating the playlist, even though
I thought it was cool.
I know he forgot. He told me that. I know.
I didn't write it next time.
I know, and so I have to deal with it all over again. But if I don't do it, then I'm like, remember, you forgot that you're not massaging the clock anymore. So the second song in a 7 o'clock hour every single day will be Disturbed's "Hey You," unless you do something about it, and I do something about it. I drop that shit, right? So. All right, hot wings and jalapeno poppers for me. Yeah, not trying to burn my anus. It's so good though. There was a recipe that I saw on social media yesterday that I'm like, I got to go to a Super Bowl party for this and make these. So jalapenos poppers, right? So you take a jalapeno, you slice off the end and you slice it in half, right? You get the seeds out. Then you put cheddar cheese in there, right? Okay. Then you reconnect. You make the jalapeno whole again, so whole jalapeno, right? Then you wrap it in croissant dough, and then baste it with garlic butter. Yeah, bake that for about 10 minutes and bomb ass jalapeno poppers in a croissant dough. And it takes about 10 minutes to make. It's gluttonous and looks delicious.
You're gonna make some for the Super Bowl?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing for the Super Bowl. Where I'm gonna go see the Super Bowl. Yeah,
make them regardless.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do though. We're gonna try to pre-record the show on a Saturday. Or wait a second. I think President's Day is the next day, and we're gonna have Monday off because they backed up the Super Bowl because the extra. No.
Oh no! You're right.
It's a leap year.
It's the 19th.
Yeah,
not the 12th.
Well, I'll tell you what. Definitely going to take that day off. 2
I
3 day
love
weekends in a
presidents.
row. Yeah. Oh, what happened to you?
Oops.
Get Maury back in there, dude. There you go. All right, no, and then pull up that screen so we can see some of your videos.
Yes, I want to see these.
Yeah. We still have that, and then we're gonna do Up My Life, and we're at like 9:30 here. Don't forget, I will give one of you guys an opportunity to win tickets for Brad Williams. First, I want to know who wants to go see Brad Williams on Sunday night. It's a late show, but if that's something that you might be interested in, if there's only one person that wants it on the stream, then that will make this game super easy. But if several people want it, then we'll figure out a way to make it fair. Manny's out. He won't be in town. Safe travels there, Manny.
Safe travels.
Mm-hmm. What else you got? Oh, I do have a Florida mom story.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. I'll share that. Oh, and yeah. I don't have a song for Florida mom. All right. Show me. Click on something random. What's that dog? What's that dog?
Look at his teeth.
Let me see that dog.
Okay.
Oh, you just
Your teeth. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're ashamed of yourself.
Hi, buddy.
what's in his teeth? What is that?
It's like an underbite. Look at that.
That's all.
Oh.
I'm a Cambodian dog with an underbite. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the temple. Hello.
All right, we're gonna get back on. Rock 102.1 KFMA, that's Offspring with the kids. All right. We're looking through Rico's slideshow of his vacation, and he had in Cambodia and Vietnam. And it's crazy to see just the culture that's over there. And Rico came back a different man. He's changed in ways that might be positive. We'll find out. And so he just showed us a video of a dog with an underbite. Poor street dog.
Hey, you want to see something crazy you'll never see here? A dog with funny teeth. Cool.
Yeah. Now he did give us gifts too. So find something cool to show on there. I got a dong wallet, right?
And so much dong beef. You carry around so much dong.
I got 500,000 dongs right here.
Yeah.
So dong is the name of the currency. What did you get here?
I got a sweet little knapsack.
A little geisha
Oh,
knapsack. Yeah.
I had to haggle the lady for like 20 minutes to get that down to
Ooh.
$1.
Were you able? Oh yeah. So you got food in there too?
I do.
Oh yeah. I got
Vietnamese
Japanese food.
Kit Kat. And I got him cookies from Japan. Give Mario one.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Okay.
taste home again.
Yeah. I know. You go to Japan all the time. Now, what's crazy about these Japanese
Oh.
peanut butter cookies that I'm going to show here on the stream?
Peanut butter cup. That's so sweet.
Yeah,
of
peanut butter cup
you.
cookies.
Peanut butter cup.
They look fantastic. Peanut butter cup. Is they're wrapped like a Christmas present?
Yeah.
What is that? Something that's like normal?
Oh,
in
cool. These
Japan?
Yeah,
came through.
gifts.
Okay,
You
here
can
we
get
go.
gifts from all these different little tiny stores and stuff, and like they're all like prepackaged and stuff, and they're beautiful.
Take a look at this photo here.
Okay, yeah, I'm pulling this up right now. All right, what are you showing us?
It's so funny. I spent a week and a half in Vietnam and Cambodia, but I'm more excited about the Japanese airport.
Oh, you're gonna love Japan.
No, Japan, it's like they have this whole corner where I thought it was a food court, but it turned out to be like a store, like an Apple store, but full of food, basically.
Uh-huh.
So you walk up to all these different like ornate stands that have like this gourmet display of like just Tokyo caramel nuts or peanut butter cookies. And you're like, cool, man, $11. Okay.
I mean, the
Oh, well, at least-
delicacy in Japan is always top notch. They're
Oh,
fantastic.
attention to detail.
Yeah. But you got to watch out for the sushi. There was actually 2 guys that died from eating the liver of a pufferfish this
Oh,
week.
that's on them though. Like that's known to be poisonous.
Well, yeah, you got to eat like a specific part of it. But what if it was a dude saying, "Nah, man, the liver's good"?
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
The great unveiling.
Ooh, what is this?
Oh my God.
So is the phone.
Is that a hot dog or candy?
It's like a hot dog. We went to
What's
this
the
little
green
corner.
stuff?
It's like guacamole mix. It's like green, but this is the.
It's not wasabi.
I don't know. It wasn't wasabi. It was disgusting. But their American take or their take on American hot dogs was like amazing. We're like, I want to try that. Then it's like some fish flavored hot dog. It's like definitely not.
Oh
shrimp.
no!
It's definitely not your Costco hot dog. That's for sure.
Right.
But this is the display. We're like, oh, look at that.
Oh, smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese,
Nice.
shredded.
What was your favorite part of this entire vacation? I mean, the flight over.
Literally surviving that damn bike road trip.
Yeah,
it was death defying every day.
Everywhere in Vietnam, everyone's on basically a motorcycle / scooter.
Yeah, it's a whole different planet, man.
Right. And it reminds me of seeing your videos. I thought it was like a neon Mexico, right? Yeah. It's like Mexico met Vegas. Right, you see all these neon lights on the streets and everything, but honestly, all these vendors and people on the street and the transportation is very Mexico-like. So, did he give you those vibes?
Absolutely, and I think the one thing the sentiment we both held throughout the entire trip is how insufferable we're going to be coming back to the West.
Yeah,
because we're sitting there like meditating on the fact we're like, dude, just to be out in this like world, every city we went to in Vietnam, like you said, that neon Mexico vibe, like futuristic. It's like it's weird going from somewhere in the West to somewhere like that where it's like so communal. There's like every single night, doesn't matter, it feels like a party on the streets.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of like food carts and people just in and out, motorcycle chaos. It's just alive, you know.
Well, let me okay, final question on the FM side. And I know people are wondering to themselves, how much would you say you spent for this trip? Now I know you had the homie hookup in some ways, but like a guesstimation of what it would cost for like one of us to go and do the same thing you did.
I spent half my budget in the LAX airport on food.
Yeah.
Oh, a cheeseburger for $30. Cool.
That makes sense.
Now, just to be fair, on like if you want to be the backpacker vibe and survive, if you can literally live off street food for $1 a day and beer for $1 a day and water, like under $10 budget per day.
Yeah.
So if you were smart and wanted to play it cool like that, for sure. But like temple tickets cost $75 to go to Angkor Wat for me and my buddy.
Oh, wow.
So there's that. We did different homestays that we tried to go the luxury route, and luxury is literally paying $35 to $40 a night.
Nice.
They look at you like an elite, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
Like, oh, so we kind of went that route. We said we don't have to rough it. We can actually do that instead, which kind of made it. So guesstimate, I mean, with flight and hotel and everything involved, I'd say around 2.5 to 3K.
That's it. Yeah,
that's not bad considering. Still kind of like on the crazy side, but you could literally get away if you do your tickets in advance, buy $300 3 months to to the trip, and then spend like $10 a day. You should be in the green. I
love it.
So
yeah, no,
it's possible. People look like, how do you do it? It's like, dude, just save up for a couple months and go.
That's
like,
it.
Get a passport and just go.
I mean, some people out there save up for one check and they could do this trip. So yeah, that sounds fantastic. All right, well, we're keeping the conversation moving on to podcast broadcast. We got more coming up right after these words. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, I want to try one of these cookies.
How many people are like, oh, good for you. You can. I can't afford groceries. Have fun in Vietnam.
Right. Okay. So, no. I mean, that's actually affordable. I'm like, I could possibly even do that.
Right.
If I get a tax return. This is weird because it's like a peanut butter cookie with it's like a Big Mac. There's 3 levels to this.
Oh, Japan.
Is that peanut butter in the middle? No. I think that's
the cookie. Yeah, sorry, I already got into it. I didn't know we were on the radio. I was like, cookie, give it to me.
I could have brought back
That's
bao
because
buns.
we're so seamless.
There's this photo right here. The first day in Cambodia, we go to the downtown pub area, and
I'm pulling it up.
Immediately find out how funny it is that they love Tomb Raider because they brought that movie to Cambodia back in like 2002 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the temple they filmed at, which was absolutely stunning. But it's funny going to a bar and like, oh yeah, the Angelina Jolie shot. Like, they have no concern about IP copyright. I kind of want to find the photo where I was laughing my ass off because you know the Planet Fitness logo, like that gear with the thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
They literally ripped off that logo and just made it like a bar logo for them, and nobody cares. It's
like Mexico.
Exactly.
That's what I love about Mexico.
It's fantastic.
I really do. They don't give a shit about that. Like,
Nope.
no, it's RIP now.
Did you eat anything weird?
Yeah, the scorpion.
Oh, yeah, scorpion.
Yeah, you show a video of that. What is that? Oh yeah, put it in your mouth, bro.
Was it good?
I wouldn't say good. Can't wait to have more scorpions when I get home.
Was it crunchy?
It was
very crunchy. It was
Salty?
just kind of gross. Yeah, a little salty.
A little like barbecue-y?
It's hard to explain. It's just
Chewy?
gross. It's just it's too chewy. It gets stuck in your teeth. It's just gross.
Barbecue is more of like an American flavor than an
What do
Asian
they
flavor.
use? Like soy? Like what do they use for the
Well,
seasoning?
sorry.
of that?
I see it. So it looks like what? Darlene's the only one.
Filming me, filming him. My first meal in Cambodia happens to be a scorpion.
Oh,
This is my first meal. All right, here goes nothing.
Such a world traveler. Look at that.
but he's so sloppy. You know. Yeah.
Claw falls out.
I know, dude. You're wasting the claw. It seems to me like the claw would be one of the best parts.
What's up?
It's like, oh, regretting this immediately.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It has no flesh.
Uh-oh. Excuse me, Russ.
Oh.
I didn't read. Why don't you put in the scorpion?
All right, let me gear up for this F My Life. Early this morning, we had a good morning moron. In case you missed it, one little something like this. Check it out. Morning, Rico.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do a hybrid morning moron where it's morning moron / Florida woman?
Please. Actually, hybrids are fun.
Yes, they are. Let's get into it. Now, this is a story that we actually reported on a few weeks back, but there is a conclusion to it. And now I also have video to share on the podcast broadcast stream with hilarious audio. So what happened was this was a Florida woman who's 60 years old, and she was going to be on a flight from Orlando to Philadelphia. And unfortunately, there was an altercation on that flight, and she had 2 cocktails, and she was a little buzzed, and she wanted to go to the bathroom, but at the time, they weren't allowing anyone to go to the bathroom. So she caused a scene, right? So much so, she's like, if you're not going to allow me to go to the bathroom, I'm going to strip naked and go to the bathroom in the aisle. And the reaction of everybody on board is on par with how you would react. Listen to this. Listen.
I'm ready. He over here. Oh my. Sorry, everybody. Are you serious? I'm fucking. I don't give up. No, you. I gotta go pee. I don't give up.
So she goes, sorry, everybody, and then pulls down her pants, and the audible groan amongst the entire cabin. It deserves a DJ replay. Let's go.
Sorry, everybody. Are you serious? I'm fucking. Okay, let me use the bathroom. I don't give up. No, you.
No, F you, not me.
I don't give up. You're not an honest
That woman is a living Kid Rock song. I love it.
She absolutely is. She absolutely is. And I think she was sitting up close to the front, so she was like first class too. This is the classiest they had to offer in Orlando on the way to Philadelphia. And the whole sorry, everybody, and the whole plane turning on her and be like, no, absolutely not. Now, the good news is she did pop a squat on the floor, but she did not go. And that probably saved her some jail time, but she was sentenced to time in jail and for simple assault and indecent exposure, and is also getting slapped with federal charges. Whew. So that should be the lesson that we take away from this.
For dropping a bomb.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the whole F around and find out is something that a lot of people live by, and they understand the consequences of effing around and finding out. But if you F around on a plane, you find out on a federal level.
Yeah.
And that's why Dolce, there's her name, the 60-year-old Florida woman. Yes, it's today's morning more. Of course it is. All right, let's bang out an F My Life for tomorrow. We'll do a tease. So let's do that right now. Here we go. Yes, Disturbed on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out with Rico and Mari. We got your F My Life coming up next, but as always, I have a bonus FML I'd like to share with you. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. So this was sent to me by Kimberly. She said, today my husband went through my phone and computer accusing me of cheating. Baffled and hurt by the untrue accusation, I asked what he found that made him think that. He replied, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Apparently, no evidence is evidence. Sounds like you're married to a Scorpio, Kimberly. Oh, F My Life.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at Rico right now? Stop looking at Rico.
Hey.
I know. All right. So I F your life for sure for Kimberly. Yeah. Rico.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if it will end well. Well, there you go. That's your first F My Life. And we're only getting started. The rest of your FML is coming up after POD's Youth of a Nation. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know, there's a lot of self-reveals happening today.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Well, dude, I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess, dude.
That's okay. It's just a season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is January the season?
January was a season.
And then what, Valentine's Day? You know, that's coming up. I don't know. I mess things up almost like on purpose. But you know what? Neither here nor there. We got to do another F My Life. So I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Why I'm even talking about this. Okay. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I got to get my F My Life segment here going on. Doubled up on the F My Life for the podcast broadcast stream. This is nice. Tomorrow, no F My Life's in the stream. All right. Here we go. Wait. I messed that
You
up.
got a good one in the comments too.
Oh, got a good F My Life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From who?
Jeff.
Okay, good. Jeff, I'll add your F My Life. Start it off here.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are fortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can always give us a call, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. And if Rico, Mari, and I agree life is F, we'll hook you up with tickets for the Gem Show. Are you guys ready for the first F My Life?
Oh, yeah.
This is sent to me by Jeff. Jeff said, I got profiled at Walmart yesterday and was confronted by cops for stealing, even though I didn't. Cops cuffed me and detained me until they saw the cameras that I didn't. F My Life?
Yep.
You say F My Life?
Better call Saul.
Right? Well, you know what, though? I'm saying F My Life for a different reason, Jeff. You go into a Walmart and they look at you like you don't belong there. You need to clean your act up immediately.
Or he's
right?
a Target-looking fella.
They're looking around and being like, out of everybody that is in the Walmart, that's the dirtiest guy who's stealing? That's not good, Jeff. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go on laundry day. You know, go the day after
You need
laundry
less
day.
clothes, yeah.
Yeah, wear something clean, and this won't happen. But that definitely sucks. Definitely F My Life. But at least you didn't get arrested for stealing, even though you didn't steal, right? All right, next F My Life email. And I think Jeff would agree with me. All right, next F My Life email sent to me by Carlos. Carlos said, yesterday I tried to impress my girlfriend by punching through a piece of old drywall, Karate Kid style. As it turns out, the drywall was actually a thin piece of concrete.
Oh.
I now have a busted hand and a girlfriend with a new story to tell all her friends. F My Life. What do you say here, Rico?
Yeah, F My Life, but come on, man.
I mean, I feel like this is something you would do, but at the same time, you'd probably break through the concrete.
No. But thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Mari, what do you say?
Yeah, FML. Ouchie.
Yeah, I agree. That's an F My Life. You're trying to be cool and flex, and then you look like a punk. Hopefully you didn't cry. All right. Next F My Life sent to me by Lisa. It said, today my dad's new girlfriend's daughter came over with them. She had a tantrum because my brand new computer, which I worked and saved for, was better than her notebook, which was bought for her. So what did she do? She threw it off my desk.
Oh.
And for some reason, I'm being yelled at. You know, step siblings suck sometimes for sure. F My Life, what do you say?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we all agree. All right, next F My Life, I had to listen to my brother whine again about being single and how unfair it is. This is a guy who owns a IF on the first date t-shirt and has more than once referred to women as vaginas with a person attached.
Oh my God.
Last time I called him out for being such a D, I got punched.
Oh.
Yeah. This is sent to me by Tommy. F My Life, what do you say, Rico?
Yep.
All right. What do you say, Mark?
Douche McGee.
So you don't have a shirt like that?
Hey, come on.
I mean, you have
only
a
one. I
scarf.
never wear it.
All right.
Special occasions, Applebee's.
All right. That's fair. All right. Final F My Life of the day. Sent to me anonymously. She seems pretty upset about it. She's like, I told my boyfriend that I was going to go on a trip to Europe. I assured him that I would never cheat on him with any European guys. He replied with, why would I be worried? You're not very pretty. Oh. F My Life. What do you say, Mari?
Yeah, that's a bad boyfriend.
Yeah, well, it sounds like a future ex-boyfriend. I think to get back at him, you should bang a bunch of European guys. Oui. What do you say,
good.
Rico?
I'm sorry about your douchebag boyfriend. Yeah, F My Life. That's horrible.
All right, there you go. All the way around. Keep those F My Life emails coming at beefvegan@kfma.com. We're going to hit the reset. Be back with more right after this. It's Rock 102.1. And there you go. F My Life. And then we got 50 seconds before we are on the air again. So, yeah. See, you're just banging it out. We still have a few more segments though, so don't just run out the door.
Oh, no.
Are you in a hurry, Rico?
No, not really.
Nice.
I mean, I wanted to sleep.
Yeah, you can get sleep later. You're already awake, so right?
Right.
I feel like that's fair. I'm a fair man,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I don't want to. What do you say? Like, I don't want to work early tomorrow by myself. It's too lonely. I don't trust myself. Because what I've been doing with these like solo shows is I'm getting aggressively angry that I am solo
Like
and
Rush
I'm
Limbaugh
taking
style?
it out on the management. I'm like jeopardizing my job. We're back here live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. When I do the solo shows, I'm kind of getting upset about being solo like in the morning, even though trust me, I will open up the doors and the floodgates and involve listeners like a radio show has never done before. But before that, I'm literally like, getting upset. So I'm rebelling in a way because I'm upset by this and then just doing whatever the F I want. And now I'm kind of getting in trouble for that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, hey man, if you, I have my own personal beliefs. Like, hey, if people make living wages, they might end up being more reliable and may sacrifice a couple hours sleep every now and then because it'd be worth their time.
Just record yourself on a separate screen. Like every 20 seconds, you go, "Hey, it's okay. Everything's okay." To yourself.
I could do that. Yeah. I could probably, with all the video technology that we do on the podcast broadcast stream.
It's cool, man. Relax.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I need me to interject for me, to remind me things are good.
You want a gummy, bro?
Yeah. Because I do, like a young me who is still inside me, right? And that's not a weird gay thing, but the young me that's still inside me is a self-destructive a-hole, right? My own worst enemy in a way. And I would do things just to, and not worry about the consequences whatsoever. I was that kind of troublemaker. I was like, I'll deal with it later. And let's see what happens if I break this. They're like, okay, I broke it. Now what are you going to do? And then they would give consequences. And I'm like, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, dummy. Don't do that.
He's still rocking the Marshall Mathers LP on his cassette player.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your head.
Yeah. So the problem is like that instinct is still inside me. And as an adult, as you mature, you realize there are consequences. So you try to kind of prevent you from self-destructing and breaking these rules and out of like acting out. But what scares me, and I see this in older politicians, you get to a certain age where your conscience stops fighting and says, you know what, F it, just do it.
Who cares? You're gonna die one day. Come on.
I mean, you
have some fun.
I don't know if you've been watching the news. There's a certain level of the age and success that people are just like, F it. Yeah, that lady, defecation sounds good.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Go viral? Want to make some money?
Right.
Cool.
Oh, I owe her $3 million so she doesn't run her mouth. I'll only pay her $1 million. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, she ran her mouth. Oh, I lost everything. See,
it happens.
But again, that's a certain age and a certain amount of success. Now I'm still young, and that's good. I have to be around 70 and rich to really let the inner delinquent that caused all that trouble in high school back out again. But trust me, if I continue to succeed, and I will continue to work hard, that's part of my MO. And I think success is on the horizon if I just keep moving forward. Yeah. When I'm 70, I'm going to be a hot mess. So watch out. Honestly. I don't think I'll pay any NDA, but I'll have to pay out a lot of them. That's for sure. All right, let's hit the reset on the FM side. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. All right. So that was a whole bunch of nothing but
content.
Let me tell you why I'm a lunatic. Yeah.
It's like realizing you're in that Uber and you're making the therapist too long. You're just like, hey, I'm sorry for unloading on you, man.
Yeah.
Just leave 5 stars.
What's the craziest thing you did in high school? You seem like a by the book kind of guy.
I was kind of nerdy in high school.
I can see that. I mean, you are wearing a scarf, so it makes it believable.
I mean, yeah, nothing highly illegal.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Really?
I was still friends with all the bad kids. You know, I was trying to keep it cool. I was like their alibi.
Let me give you a stupid example of my ignorance as a child. And when I was in high school, I was late for something, whatever the case, but I wanted to get into class. It wasn't a class I wanted to ditch at that time. I ditched a lot. So I had my backpack on and everything, but I walked into a classroom that had an open door, and I went to the teacher and I was like, "Excuse me, Miss So and So was asking if you had a couple tardy slips that she could borrow." She ran out, right? And so the teacher's like, "Oh yeah, okay." So they gave me a couple tardy slips. Now, with the intention was I was going to get these tardy slips and then fill it out for myself, and then walk into class and be like, "Here, sorry I was late, but I got the signature," right? So there's a way to scam it. So some nerd, this kid Seth didn't like me. And so as I'm walking out, Seth like snitched me out. And he's like, he's lying. He's wearing his backpack, like, I mean, it was pretty obvious that I was lying, but Seth had to like make it obvious and tell the teacher. So the teacher then is like upset that she got duped. So came out of the classroom and was like chasing after me, like, "Hey, come back here. Give me like those passes," right? So I went around in a loop while they're chasing me one way. I go around the corner and then I start running. The teacher's still walking. So I run back around and then I run back into the teacher's classroom. I open up the drawer and then I take all the passes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I ran back out just for the reason, be like, "You know what? Fuck your passes. I'm taking them all now." And then I'm like, run out the classroom, flipping off Seth. Like, "Fuck you, Seth. I'll deal with you later." But guess what? I'm never going to be tardy for a class again because I got all these passes, bitch. That's the kind of insanity that would go through my head and just justify. I don't know what I was justifying. Yeah, I did not finish that high school. Yes. I was legendary for all the wrong reasons. I mean, there was rumors about me that preceded me that in no reality could even be a possibility. And the whole high school thought at one point I was on acid, LSD. And I climbed up to the roof of the high school and was jumping from rooftop to rooftop. This was a legitimate rumor that kids believed in my high school. Now, A, I might have been on acid, but B, there was no way to get to the roof. And to jump from rooftop to rooftop, you're talking like 100-foot gap, dude. Like, that's not physically possible. I don't care how much acid you're on. It's just not possible.
You're not Spider-Man.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not Spider-Man. And that's a fun fact. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Well,
In the multiverse, he might be one.
Oh, true.
I don't know. Fat Spider-Man. I don't know if the web would hold me.
Pretty strong web.
Oh, breaks.
All
like,
the rest of the
no.
Spider-Man, like, dude, we thought that was super strong webbing.
Yeah. You're like Peter
Holy
Parker and Mary Jane at the same time. I can't hold this. Especially after these peanut butter cookies, because I'm gonna eat all those. And...
They're good.
Let me try one. I want to try.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, try it.
You got them. Ooh, peanut butter.
Yes. All right. And we just have a couple minutes. We're gonna wrap up on the FM side with the beef tip. And thank you guys for joining. I'm seeing you guys joining the stream. If you're a first time streamer, go ahead and add to the comments. Just don't lurk and let yourself be known. As we got a community here, like Darlene and look at that. Everyone's kind of giving Jeff, a good little pick me up and motivational affirmations, if you will. Which I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do have 30 seconds here. We'll do the beef tip, which I don't really have anything. I'm just forewarned. And then we'll continue with a couple more segments that we're going to record for tomorrow in the 8 o'clock hour. And then I guess I'll come in tomorrow at 8. You think you could come in tomorrow at 8? Do 8 to 10?
Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
Well, maybe 8:15, 8:30. Try to get as close to 8 as possible.
I can do this.
Yes, you can. See, I believe in you. You should believe in you.
You want to just pull out a cot and stay here?
Yeah, right?
Come on. It's easy.
The humor, yeah, the jokes, and definitely the music.
Now, back to Beef Vegan Presents.
Good morning. Good morning.
Rock 102.1.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, we're all out of time for the show today, but we've been having a blast. And you could join us for a little bit of overtime on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Mari, it's always a pleasure when you're in studio. And Rico, welcome back, dude. I know that the listeners missed you. They can't wait till next week for another 5-star review to return. And maybe we'll even do a Rap GPT. And the Rap GPT could be talking about your, Vietnam experiences and how you came back with 3 wives.
There we go.
Yeah.
A lot of content.
I know. So again, we went through the whole rabbit hole and even saw pictures and videos of Rico's vacation. Yeah. And we're going to go through more. And I definitely love living vicariously through it. And we learned something today. To get up and get out and have an adventure, it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. In fact, Rico was able to go to Cambodia, Vietnam, fly through Tokyo, all for about $2,500 to $3,000. This is money that people can save. I understand if you have kids, those are your priorities. But, don't be afraid to invest in yourself and take an adventure. Do something that takes you outside of your comfort zone and save up for it. It won't cost as much as you think. And just telling yourself you can't afford it will mean you'll never be able to afford it. Right?
That's right.
See what the feasible goal is.
And then you can come back and be as insufferable as me.
Exactly.
Be pretentious.
Wearing a scarf and act like an Uber douche.
Exactly.
But you could do that for a couple weeks because you're a globally, world-traveled Uber douche.
Hey.
Yes. I can't wait till I travel outside of this country. I'll be insufferable. But yeah, that's my beef tip to you. Save up your money and get outside your house and adventure. It's not as expensive as you might think. That's all the time we have for the show today. Thank you guys for listening. Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
Peace.
When you wish upon a side of beef.
All right, so that's it. Now let's get into our next segment here. Oh, hold on, I got an email. Oh, I got a buy meeting. Bye. It's bi-weekly. It's for no reason.
Bisexual meetings.
Yay. Yeah, any new streamers on stream here? As we got a lot of we got a couple people on Twitter or X. If you're on X, drop a comment. I'll share it on the stream because I'd like to see my first X comment on there or Twitter comment, which we kind of broke down a conspiracy theory. I feel like
smoke.
Oh, yeah. Show that. Okay, actually, did we talk about that on the FM side? We did.
So. On the FM side.
Yeah. Okay, look at this. So we talked about this before, how other countries will give you the graphic warnings on cigarettes. That's what they had in Vietnam.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Cambodia.
In Cambodia.
It's like anywhere in Southeast Asia, they have these kind of displays, and you're just like, I'll take 2 packs. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, that seems like it's cheaper when you have somebody.
Right.
Wait, do you smoke cigarettes?
Over there, you do. It's kind of inevitable. Just like, I'm not going to smoke on this trip. Okay, I'll take a whole pack.
I mean, it looks really enticing.
Oh, totally.
It's a culture thing out there. Everybody's smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
Oh, God, yes. You're just surrounded by it. And you have a couple of those Saigon beer greens, and you're just like, give me some of the smoke, baby.
There you go. Manny's look at that. Sharing a Twitter comment on the stream. What up? So, yeah, that's a new feature that StreamYard has. It was pretty cool.
Straight from X, huh?
Yeah, straight from X.
Cool.
Yeah. We also we could do live stream on Instagram with this, but it's the long form video. And I wouldn't do it with the 3 of us. It just wouldn't work out. And I'd have to set up my own stream. But I did that last week. I did basically like a 2-hour live stream because I was so lonely on Instagram, and it was all right. But it was a good test just to see if it would work.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do another segment here. And you have more Would You Rathers too? Or you have anything else that you want to talk about? Any headlines or anything that we could throw in there?
Yeah, Manny's Twitter photo looks pretty badass.
His what?
His Twitter photo is looks gangster on Twitter.
Manny does look gangster in general. I like hanging out with Manny in public and stuff because nobody fucks with us.
Glad I called that guy.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this next segment here. Breaking Ben on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. And I knew it. Man. There's a scam going around that's affecting everybody. Now, ever since pandemic, a lot of people had the luxury of working from home. In fact, actually, everybody in this building during pandemic got to work from home except for one. Can you guess who that one was?
Who?
This guy. Yeah. And I still resent that, even though it was my former GM. But it was at a time when they, like, at the beginning of COVID, you have to remember, people were so afraid of the virus, they had no clue on if you caught it, it was like an instant death sentence. That's what they thought. And they sent out a company-wide email saying, look, guys, this is serious. We need you to stay home because we value you and we want you to protect you from this virus. Except you, Beef, go into the studio by yourself and you be the only one jumping on this grenade. I did that for like 6 months. Everyone else worked from home. I was the only one in this building for that entire time.
I have a different take on that, though.
Okay,
what's that? Like, you're super cool enough to be in that building by yourself, not being, sick from anybody around you. You have the whole thing, like Tom Cruise in that one movie.
That's true. I mean, honestly, though, I did not feel like I was in danger because no one else is in the building. I still resented it, though, and I definitely rubbed my private parts on every door handle in this building several times over.
Well done.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I got back at that. It's like COVID schmovid. You just got herpes. And
there's no jab for this one.
Yeah. Not everyone's working from home anymore, even though they found out that, like, hey, actually, people are pretty productive when they work from home and it doesn't really mean anything. Well, there's a lot of bosses that have been making it mandatory for people to return back to the office, no matter how good you were doing working at home. And a new study looked at 137 of the largest companies in America. What they found is not too surprising to most, but it is kind of offensive. They said that, the return to office mandates after COVID might just have been a power grab. Getting people back in office hasn't helped their bottom line. The old, get back here and do this is essentially a flex from your boss saying, I need to make you do something, right? So universities at the researchers at the University of Pittsburgh, I went all dyslexic on that, looked at 137 of the largest corporations and found return to office mandates haven't made a big difference. Getting people back to the office actually negatively affected one thing: morale. Employees' opinions of their company's work-life balance, the values, and senior management all plummeted after this power grab. And so bringing everyone back to the office doesn't help. Why do so many companies do it? And that is exactly what we've been saying in this study, is they're just flexing on you and they're doing it because they can. And you're just going to take it. And that's not a good way to run a business. Now, the strictest back to work mandates tend to be at companies where the CEO makes way more than everyone else, including other high-end paid executives. So, that's America right now. I know. And we've talked about this. It's like, you're going to flex. Well, you're going to have a bunch of poor people flex back.
And they don't have the fallback of like measurable differences with productivity. They're saying they do or they don't.
They don't. They're saying that actually they lose productivity from bringing these people back in. People are actually working better because they're not getting distracted by the social aspect of work and they're getting more done. So they're actually far more productive working at home than working in the office. That's what these studies have shown.
I was going to say, I'm way more productive in my Donald Duck getup. No pants, shirt only.
I don't care. I just need your company. So you're coming in whether you like it or not.
Pants or no pants.
Yeah. I mean, you only give me 2 days a week. Hell, you won't even come in on a Wednesday. All right. Well, let's hit the reset. I'll let you work from home.
I'll go
buddy.
one
Just
day.
Stay on the show. It's Rock 102.1. All right, Claire. Okay, I'm not pushing. I'll accept the 2 days. Sometimes I need 3, though. I mean, if you got 3 in you, I'll pay you. People like you. People like having you on the show.
Love you.
Can I just do a cardboard cutout right here and Skype the voice in?
Well,
it's like a string pulley system.
No, I mean,
I have like 3 looks on the show anyway. One's this, one's this, one's the jitter.
The reality is, Rico, if you're in a room that's like how Todd does it. Like Todd worked from home yesterday when he was doing a show with me because he couldn't come in.
I want to do it from a sponsored location like a Circle K.
Well, and see, that's what I don't want is all that background noise. But when it's like a clean little setup, then like, yeah, absolutely. And that's been kind of like the idea of trying to like spread the show out and kind of expand in other markets, because I spent 4 years with this company doing a morning show with people that weren't in the same room. It started with Schmonty and living in DC. That was all remote. And then COVID hit and Frank and Christine were never in the same room at all that entire time. And we still didn't get along.
Just like mute whoever has the mute button.
Well, I had all the power too.
All the power.
Yeah, I could fuck with him on that. Yeah.
You see him raging in the back.
Oh man, he gets so mad. I mean, he's such a lunatic, dude.
Hothead.
Yeah, I would think his head would literally explode. That's how.
See the vein on camera in 4K.
Oh, so mental.
Jesus,
dude is so mental.
Chill.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
I mean, happy birthday to Anthony's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Megan.
They just came out. What up, Cowabunga dudes?
Cowabunga dudes.
Who is Cowabunga dudes?
The Ninja
Say
Turtles.
Happy birthday, Megan. Well,
She got a Ninja Turtle. Say happy birthday to her.
When is your birthday?
March 5th coming up.
Oh, you're in Marchy.
Yeah. I'm a fish.
Dave, are you related to Darlene? No, that's Garden. Yeah, I have to give. I'm getting you tickets, Darlene. So let me do that before I forget, and then we'll record another segment, and that should be done for our pre-recorded segments, and then tomorrow we'll be live from like 8 to 10. Is the idea. So
booyah.
Babushki.
Yeah. What's the Russian grandma called? Babushka? What are they called?
Maybe.
I want a shirt of them screaming out that word.
Darlene, and then how do I spell Darlene's last name, Mari?
Oh, Garten. Garten, not Den.
Garten.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shit. I don't have your information here, Darlene.
Shit.
All right, you're going to have to call me here. Oh, Darlene, do me a favor. DM me your email address, your phone number, and your address. And then I'll put that in the information, and you can pick up these. And your date of birth, too. I know
the last 3 digits of your credit card.
People ask that. It's for tax
we need
purposes.
it. We need it.
It's for tax purposes. Darlene, actually, you could call here when we wrap up the segment or the podcast, and that should be easier. So just stand by, and then when we're about to end this live stream, you give us a call. Okay. And no social security number, and no, I'm not hacking you or stealing your information, any of that stuff.
Hello, this is Be Vegan. I want to take all your information.
Yeah. Let's see. What should we talk about next? This will be our last 7 o'clock here.
The Super Bowl.
You think? That's still like
5 worst habits when you watch the Super Bowl.
Well, do you have 5 worst habits?
Make them up.
Yeah, I will press record and then
licking your fingers and going for more nachos. Ew.
Okay, no, we're doing that now.
No.
Yes. No, I mean, if you want to F around, we'll find out. So
being a newbie to the sport, walking in, be like, who's playing?
No spoilers, bro. No spoilers. I want to see it. All right.
Surviving getting a garbage truck.
All right. Let's see. Well, there's all these Taylor Swift prop bets that we talked about, but earlier this morning we talked about the obscenely odd ones. Like they were like, will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift make sweet love on the 50-yard line after the game? And that's a literal prop bet you could bet money on. You'll lose money. But I mean,
free money to them. They're like, yeah.
If they end up doing it, you'll get paid all the money because it's such a long shot, but that's an actual prop bet you can make, which is insane. It's insane because obviously they're going to wait till after and celebrate it, depending on whether or not he loses. In fact, actually, I'll give you a fun fact. They'll make sweet love if the Chiefs win. If the Chiefs lose, they'll get some dome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to know all this, right? Because they're going to share all this with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, who are you? The comments on my Instagram page?
Listen here, hater. I actually know somebody that knows Taylor's cousin, third cousin.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
she shares all that with them too.
Right.
Just like that Vince McMahon post I made on Instagram. I got a bunch of people being like, "Oh, what's your source?" And, "Oh, what are you in the room?"
Source, bro.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like you have all them in your butt. Like, no, man.
And you're like, thanks for feeding the algorithm. Keep commenting.
These are jokes.
I did see that. I saw that though, and I was like, "How does he know the names of these things?"
I
Like,
don't. I was assuming. I was basically speculating if I was Vince McMahon, this is what I would name the dildos after and why.
Yes.
Like, I found his journal.
After.
Yeah.
But
I said, I literally said in the clip that, these are jokes, but and by the way, we're at 776,000 right now. I'm telling you, man. What's the most views you got on your Instagram?
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, I want to
Look at this. Big bank, little bank.
I got no
What's your
Instagram.
highest views?
Yeah, that's
Like
so
999,000.
Oh, you got 999,000?
Yeah.
I'm going to your page right now. Do you have that pinned to the top?
No, I got rid of it. I archived it because I didn't want to show off too much.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I want to be humble.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? This is not the first time I've had posts get over 1 million. But yeah,
that's cool.
I delete and hide them all.
So do you get a discount at Outback Steakhouse for it? Like I did?
I get a free blooming onion. I don't know if that's a discount, but
I don't know if it's free. I just walk out. Angry Australians chasing me.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, you won't pay for that.
Crikey.
Yeah, no, it's all in the house.
Smell my blooming asshole fart.
I left a coupon, said free blooming onion. They're like, that's from 1986.
Like the Pizza Hut reading coupon.
Still counts.
I still got that when I was 10.
Uh-huh.
Get a free deep dish.
Yeah. Let's see. All right.
Mahomes.
Okay, here we go. This will be a safe little stupid segment. Let's do it. Yes, Rock 102.1 KFMA, Lincoln Park. We're about 15, 20 minutes away from giving away tickets for Brad Williams, who's going to be performing at the Fox Theater this Sunday. That's going to be a great show. It's the second show. The first show sold out. It'll be the later show for all my, night owls out there. If you want tickets to the hilarious comedy show, Brad Williams is coming to town this Sunday, and you'll have an opportunity to win those tickets with a little game. But I want to ask you something, Mari. What's the longest you held on to something before you returned it to a store?
Oh, as long as the Amazon time frame will give me.
30 days?
Is it usually 30 days?
No, it can be like 3 months sometimes.
What?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Now, I've definitely been in a situation where like I've bought something, for like an outfit to wear and then returned it special event because I didn't have the money for it.
Yeah.
And that's like a hack I think I learned from like the movie Pretty Woman.
Yes.
I don't know. But there's a woman going viral because of Costco's return policy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And nobody knew this, but apparently this is a thing and she's bragging about it on social media. So they might change the policy. But if you bought a couch from Costco within the last couple of years and you're over it, you can return it and get a full refund right now. That's their policy. Because a woman is going viral on social media for bragging about how she got to return her couch to Costco after using it for more than 2 years. Because they have a very generous return policy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mention many restrictions other than for electronics, jewelry, alcohol, tires, and batteries. So batteries are done, then you can't return them. You drank all the alcohol, can't return it. But you sit your fat ass on a couch for 2 years, that's returnable. Now, Jackie said that she was intimidated about asking for a refund just because she didn't like the couch anymore. But then added, who cares? I'm just going to return it anyways because they have an awesome return policy. So she didn't even have a receipt. She just went there and said, hey, this couch, this was yours. I did pay around $900 for it. I want that $900 back and you can take this couch. So that's essentially what they did. They looked it up in the system. And then since she paid for it on a credit card, they had that information and they refunded a full $900 and took a couch that she literally rented for free for 2 years. You think that's gross?
I think it's gross.
Why?
Because people have no shame. You're really going to use it that
Scarf
long?
Rico doesn't realize the benefit of this for the everyday poors out there.
Amazing.
No. It's because my mom worked for Costco forever. She has all these stories. She would tell you for an hour sitting here how enraging it is. People eat like half a pie. They bring it back like, no, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
My mom had to bite her tongue so much all the time. Just like, really didn't like it, huh? That's interesting.
Well, it's a good thing, and they
People
come
would
out
abuse
of
it. They
her
would do
bottom
it,
line
like, every single week. Yeah, it's not the point. It's just wasteful. It's just like it's abusive, and it's just like why people hate that kind of culture.
I know. But it's a policy that Costco has been implementing for many years, so hasn't been hurting them as much as it infuriates the employees. I look at this and I'm sorry. I understand your mom's perspective on this and why it would upset her, and your thoughts on it. But maybe it's the inner con artist in me or forever poor boy where I'm like, that's an excellent deal. Oh, I want a couch for. I mean, my couch right now I've had for about like 6 years, but I don't want that couch anymore, and I'd love my money back for that couch.
I think my pride is worth $900 though. I can't go like straight face to them, and be like, yeah, I brought the couch back, and just sit there, watch the guys lift it, looking at you with a.
So you're gonna die broke with all the pride.
Yep.
I'll have no pride whatsoever and die rich as F. I mean, I'll give some to charity, I'm sure, along the ways, and then ask for a refund 2 years later. All right, we got a game that we're going to play for Brad Williams tickets coming up next. I'll be Finger Presents. Don't go away. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Let's see if it's saved.
The hot dogs go to 151. Be like, see what you did? See what happens?
Sure.
This is all the couch's fault.
There was a guy this week that went on a Costco hot dog diet. That's all he ate for an entire week to see what it was, and it was super cheap. He actually lost weight.
How funny.
Yeah.
It's about them calories.
I guess. Those all beef like dogs. I used to live by Costco. I don't anymore, so I don't even know if it's worth it. But I was like, I want to lose eat by swallowing wieners. Wait a second. All right. Well, I do appreciate all you guys hanging out on the podcast broadcast stream. Anything
He wasn't
else?
talking, it was Mari.
It was 100% having hot Mari on the stream.
Oh man,
trust me, dude. I actually hit a couple of our live streams for the past couple of days because they got no views whatsoever. Nobody wanted to see me and Todd have hot takes. So, Mari, thank you for joining the stream. Rico, thank you for coming back. Tomorrow, continue to bait the internet with hot chicks. Both Yaz and Mari's going to be in the studio and potentially Dead Posey. All right, Darlene, give me a call, 600 KFMA, 600-5362, so I can get all your information for those Brad Williams tickets.
Yeah, she
And
DM'd you too.
all that information. I think it'd be better if you called.
Okay.
Cowbunga dudes, good seeing you on the stream, whoever you are, and everyone who commented, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video after we stop going live, and any comments below help us, spread our reach on the algorithm. This is a good show for people to watch. It's a good representation of what we do. But that's it. We're out of here. Anything you want to say?
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
Sing ciao. Come on.
Douche. This guy.